When I was at my biggest, I was 13.5 stone, and I'm now 9 stone. When I put all the weight on, I never felt confident. I felt, I was actually almost starting to get a little bit depressed about my weight, but wouldn't face up to it. I always remember reading somewhere that somebody who was quite big said the bigger they were, the smaller they felt, and I could really relate to that. I just thought people were looking at me all the time, and in hindsight they probably weren't, but that's just how it made me feel. And choosing clothes was a massive problem, because you're almost stuck to certain types of clothes. Baggy tops, so it's covering your stomach, and I was always conscious about my arms being quite big, and obviously a lot of the time, because of the weight that I'd put on, I was so much more tired than usual. So I'd regularly have naps in the afternoon, particularly when I wasn't at work. But then after the hypnotherapy, it all just changed really. I think the first time I met Russell, even after I spoke to him on the phone, I was amazed at how much he put me at ease, and how much he knew so much of what I was talking about. It was like, hang on, this is a man here. How does he know how women feel about their weight? But almost everything that I said to him, he hit the nail on the head in terms of how it made me feel. And instantly from that first conversation, I knew that I was happy to see him, and I wanted to see him. I just knew from what he said to me in that phone call. And then obviously when I got to meet him, he was really warm, really friendly, really engaging, and just instantly put me at ease. I felt really, really safe and comfortable, which I think is really important before you go into hypnotherapy. The reason why I chose hypnotherapy was after I saw the first fat photo of myself. I tried to diet, and would have a good couple of days, and then something would happen, and I'd be like, oh, I can't be bothered again. So I tried various different things, and it just wasn't. I wasn't succeeding with it. It wasn't concrete enough for me. I'd used hypnotherapy about 10 years ago for something else, and it was really successful. I was sceptical, I'll be honest, before I went for the hypnotherapy, because it's not a guarantee, but I knew that I was ready to make changes, and from having used hypnotherapy before, I knew that I also wanted to make a change with that, so therefore that's why it worked. I had 4 sessions in total. The first one was really to address my eating habits, what I was eating, what kind of foods, portions, snacking. After the first session, I never used to really drink water, and then after that it just became part of life. I'd literally just drink water constantly throughout the day, and I never did before. That was a big change for me. I changed what milk I used. I stopped having sugars in my teas and coffees. Tried to cut out snacks. Exercise became a daily thing. After the hypnotherapy, it was just so much more easy. I was in control, whereas I wasn't before. I could choose how much I ate. I could choose what to eat. So rather than reaching for chocolates or crisps, I'd go for fruits instead, or I'd go for the water. It just allowed me to make those choices, the healthier choices, so therefore I was more in control. When I first got to the clinic, it was a warm and welcoming environment. Russell just instantly put me at ease, really. What makes hypnotherapy so successful is building up a good rapport with your client or with the hypnotherapist, and Russell was able to build that sort of rapport with me, to put me at ease, to make me feel comfortable, and to trust him, more importantly, because obviously you're apprehensive, you're sceptical, but throughout the sessions, and obviously talking with Russell about my issues and problems with food, he educated me, and he was continually supportive throughout the whole process. After the hypnotherapy, I wasn't exercising at all prior to it. Straight after the second session, I'd invested in a bike, an exercise bike, and literally, if I didn't get on that bike on a daily basis, I wouldn't be happy. So initially, that's ultimately how I lost the weight, I feel, so quickly, because it was a daily routine for me. As soon as I saw the weight coming off, it was just an amazing feeling, and it just spurred me on just to continue with it. And the food and the water and all those other things just came into play with all of it. And it wasn't even difficult. I didn't struggle. I didn't resent it. It was something I wanted to do. I really look forward to exercising. I still do. My self-esteem's grown, my confidence has grown. I am human. I do have bad days and good days, but after the hypnotherapy, after that bad day, I can just get automatically back in control again. Everything that Russell's taught me, it automatically just something kicks in that makes me get that control element back again. It's just embedded now. It's part of my life. Having worked with Russell throughout my weight loss, he's completely passionate and driven and very focused. He was very focused on me as a client, in helping me achieve my goals. He was just always there if for any questions that I had, really, any ideas that I needed in terms of exercise or what kind of foods, or and he's really warm and friendly, and yeah, it just puts you at ease.